Welcome to Beyond the DJ Booth podcast. I'm Brian B., one of the co-hosts.
What's up? What's up?
Next to me is...
What's up? What's up? It's Joe Bunn. Yo, final episode, season 2.
I can't believe we made it through 2 seasons.
I knew we would, man. We are notorious for like pulling the plug on something every once in a while.
You more than me. More than me.
But like you said early on, like season 1, you were like, you are a good strategist. I know when it's time.
Yeah.
To pull the plug on something.
And I don't think it's a bad thing. Sometimes it needs a restart. It's like I've heard you actually can build momentum when you stop stuff and then restart it later.
Especially if you do it better, faster, cleaner, easier, cheaper, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it with the DJ booth thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I genuinely thought that was the end of that project. And now it's got more steam than ever.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Different manufacturer, different process.
Yeah.
Different partners, everything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we're about to head into event season.
When
this comes out, this is going to be hitting on middle of March. So probably April is when we kick full throttle usually.
Yeah, for us.
Okay.
I would say that last weekend of March or the first weekend of April is when it kind of really kicks in for us.
So I was thinking of this icebreaker idea of drafting your ultimate DJ crew. So you being the headliner.
Okay.
And then beyond that, I'm going to have some specific jobs that you have to fill with either celebrity people, real people. You decide what it is. So maybe like pull out your phone so I can give you these categories here.
What do you mean? I need to type these in my phone?
Yeah, just so you remember. And what we're going to do is compare the picks.
Okay.
So I'll come up with one, you come up with one. Just write it in there. So the first one would be, okay, you're the main act as the DJ, but you need a hype man, an MC. Who would be, and this has to be somebody living, like somebody living. Okay. I knew who you're going to go with.
I was going, I'm going scoop immediately. Okay.
So somebody, and it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be a celebrity guy. Yeah. It could be somebody even on my own team right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second would be stage security. Somebody to keep things under control. Okay. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Third would be like a tech guru, someone who fixes problems when things like go south. I think I know where you're going with this one.
Okay.
2 more. Social content director, someone to document the things. Who would be the person you'd go with? You could pick anyone to be on your ultimate DJ squad.
These are the 4 categories.
1 more.
Okay.
Wild card. Anyone who could just bring chaos or crazy entertainment. That would be like a, late in the evening, or maybe it's early and you just like a wild card that people didn't see coming to like crush.
Okay.
You ready?
I like it. Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the first one here. Hype man.
So I've not. So you've had time to think about. I've got these. It came pretty quickly.
Okay,
to me, I think.
Mine did too. I didn't spend an hour on this.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, hype man.
I had to go with Little John. I feel
that's a
like
great one.
No one's hyping the crowd more than that guy.
No, that's a great one.
As far as someone living,
that's a great one. If I'm going celebrity, you think DJ Kool still got it?
That's a good question. I haven't heard him much.
Me neither, but man, those records are still timeless.
Yeah.
I mean, he was not like as famous as Scoop and wasn't on like so many of those records, but I mean, DJ Kool killed.
Yeah. What about,
if go ahead.
Is that who you went with?
I'm going to go DJ Kool, but you know who I'm going with second?
I think I know with this one.
I'm going one of Saquon's guys.
I'm
going Vanny Preem. Vanny Preem.
Sir.
Okay. Evan
Ultimate
is like a
hype
local hip hop guy, one of Saquon's crew. Hard Knocks, shout out Hard Knocks Entertainment. Dude, this dude's energy, he don't care if there's 4 people there or 400. He goes wild.
Okay.
Like he wrecks shit. I'm going Vanny Preem. I'm going Vanny Preem, local.
Good pick.
All right. We need to put in the comments one of his, does he have a video out? Can we see this?
Yeah.
See him in action?
He's all over Spotify, new album out called
Carnival.
Shout out Something in the Water. It's on YouTube. That's the latest video.
Okay.
Something in the water.
All right.
They were shooting in the parking lot one day. I was like, he was like, can we shoot in the parking lot? I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, this dude works hard.
Okay.
Number
2, you go first. This is stage security, somebody to keep things under control. Who are you going with?
Man, I wish we were playing Living or Dead. You know who my favorite would be?
No.
Dude, and I was watching clips of this other day and was crying. Remember that show Rob and Big on
Yeah.
Big Black?
Oh, yeah.
I've never laughed so hard.
Yeah,
He started talking about the man pond.
Yeah.
Remember the man pond?
Yeah.
Bro, man, I'm just trying to think of somebody that works for me that's big. I feel like you need big, like.
Yeah. My guy ain't big, but he's a celebrity-ish.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm going with, I saw a video on this dude the other day. Unbelievable. There's two guys that I've seen videos on recently. Either I'm going to go Taylor Swift's bodyguard.
Okay.
Makes $1.3 million a year.
Okay.
This dude is legendary. Or Messi's. Have
Yeah,
you
I
ever
did
seen
see that
Messi's?
guy. The guy who ran onto the court.
Bro, he'll tackle a kid out on a football field.
Yeah,
body
that's what it
slam
was.
him.
Yeah.
I'm going with one of those two. Don't know their names. Shout out to whatever their names are. How about you?
I went with, I go MMA. I'm going John Jones, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Like, you know him?
Yeah,
Saquon follows that stuff.
I mean, if someone even thinks about touching my gear, he's putting him in a guillotine chokehold.
Wow.
It's over.
I don't follow that, so I don't know.
All right. Who are you going with for like tech roadie or tech guru?
You go first on this because I'm trying to think of this guy's name.
I'm not great at this. I mean, I was going to go local, go Ben Stowe, because I mean, I figured this guy would know pretty much anything if I came into a problem.
That's a great one.
But then I thought of that BHD, the guy from YouTube. I think his name is like, what is it? Marquise Brownlee?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like massive on YouTube, and he's always coming up with like three things. No, not a DJ at all. Just about a tech, about anything. And he'll like break things down to like, here's 3 options to fix this or to do that. He's always like really good about that. So I was just thinking of like a pop culture person that would be decent.
I feel like any of the kind of DJ YouTubers would be a good call. Ben Stowe's definitely the best call.
Yeah.
In real world, like actual. I mean,
I thought you were going with him, actually. That's why I didn't.
I'll text him once a week, like for something.
Yeah.
You know who I also like? Anybody from the Apple Store.
Anybody I thought you were going to say Geek Squad.
No, not Geek Squad. Anybody that works in the Apple
Geek
Store,
Squad
like,
sucks,
yeah, Geek Squad's garbage. They're low training. Apple, I think, really gives a shit, or at least trains their people.
Yeah.
I don't know how well they pay them, how well they take care of them, but like, there's a place in heaven for anybody that works in that.
All right.
Like a special place for them.
Okay.
They have their own little playground.
Okay.
Because think about it, man. Like when you go in there, like you're at the lowest of low.
Right.
Phone doesn't work.
Right.
Laptop, shit the bed or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, anyway.
All right. Social media content person. Who are you going with? Who's shooting your stuff?
Do they have to be the shooter?
No,
or like
just director. Or like
I'm going Malik Adigan.
Wow.
Curate Entertainment.
Wow.
That's
Shout out
good.
Malik. Shout out Malik.
I'll put my secondary backup crew with Icon and his team.
Okay.
Icon during wedding season makes bangers only.
Again, I kind of went celebrity. So Mr. Beast's video team. I mean, he'll make a crappy wedding look like $1 million production.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
he would actually spend $1 million to make it.
Totally. And he'll give away a $10,000 offer too. Give away.
That Beast Games thing, I saw some interview the other day and he just lost millions of dollars.
I mean, he was going to buy TikTok. He was on
on the short list.
Yeah. So, I mean, that dude, he knows what he's doing. Get me some followers, Mr. Beast. Hook it up.
Yeah. Shout out, Mr. Beast.
All right. Wild pick.
Yeah, this one's easy for me. I'm as much as I would like to put Ragosa, I have to have both of them. I have to have Desiree and Ragosa.
Ooh.
I got to go Team Ragosa for when I want to just go like to the next level.
Okay.
And I don't want to be the closer. I need to be like the one before them. And then they just come in and just rip like a 45-minute.
That's a good call.
Yeah,
they are good.
I'm going with people I actually know on this one.
They're one of one for sure.
Yeah.
I went with DJ Khaled.
Wow.
I could just hear him go, and another one, and another one. Just have him say that like after every show.
Me and Davis were laughing at him the other day. Davis was watching that video, and it was like the video caption was like, "You never know what this motherfucker's gonna say." And he's like, he made like a long putt, and he just looks at the camera, and he stands there for like 10 seconds, and then he just goes, "Gatorade." It's just so stupid. He's an idiot. I was
even thinking like maybe there's could be like a band or maybe like an act that would go first that's kind of like not that great but good, and then you just crush on top of it. So like it actually makes you look better as the headliner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I thought we were going for just Havoc. Like,
yeah, they can take it next level.
Yeah.
Ragosa's would.
Ragosa.
All right, that's what I had.
Shout out Tim Ragosa.
I think my squad
that's good.
Is pretty solid.
But I feel confident with mine as well. I'm killing that.
Brian B. here. Yes, interrupting yet another stellar podcast episode. But don't worry, this is a value add, not just me rambling. Have you enjoyed the music finds I share on here? You know, the ones that Joe pretends he discovered first? Well, if you didn't know, I've got a Patreon where you can grab not only song lists, but also exclusive edits of mine. Yep, custom tracks that'll set you apart from every DJ still rinsing the same tired wedding set. Want fresh music suggestions every month? Go to patreon.com/DJ Brian B Official. Again, that's patreon.com/DJ Brian B Official. You'll be the DJ everyone's trying to figure out how you keep your sets so fire, and planners will start nudging their couples your way. And if that's not a hard enough sell, I don't know what is. All right, back to the episode before Joe tries to convince us that Sweet Caroline is actually a banger.
Well, tell me about your vacay. You just got back. Like, anything kind of hit you? What was the, the reason you went was because you needed a vacay. You haven't taken one in a hot minute. And
I definitely haven't been anywhere like out of the country in probably a couple of years. And even then, it was always the warm spots.
Yeah.
It's always going to be Dominican Republic, Mexico, easy, fast, all-inclusive, no children allowed.
Fruity drinks.
Yes, fruity drinks.
Yeah.
Don't pull out your wallet the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just, that's my MO.
Okay. So what was this one? This one's like,
man, I was like, dude, I got to go back to Europe. And Iceland Air is really on the genius tip right now. With this, basically, you can stop in Iceland on the way to Paris for as long as you want, and that's your layover.
wow.
So it doesn't matter if you're there one day or a week.
So then from Iceland.
So from RDU, direct flight to Iceland was
how long is that?
6 hours.
6 hours.
And we had like whatever the, kind of first class type seats were.
Yeah.
And then we stayed there like 3 nights, I think, 3 or 4 nights. And then there to Paris is only 3 hours.
Wow.
And we had, just
again, Iceland Air on the
Iceland Air.
Yeah.
Left that morning. We were there by lunch.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it only goes forward 1 more hour. So Iceland, the time zone difference is 5 hours. And then once you go to Paris, 6 hours difference from here in Raleigh.
Did you have any like jet lag issues? You got on that time zone pretty quick, or were you just dead that first day?
Man, we just kind of pushed through. When we landed in Iceland, it was supposed to be really early in the morning, like 7 a.m. there, because we flew overnight. We flew out that night. It snowed here.
Yeah.
And me and you were like, I don't know if you're going to make it out. We made it out.
One of the few.
Super delayed, though. We sat on the runway for probably 2 hours. I watched a whole movie because they didn't have, we're so unprepared for snow. They only had like 1 de-icing truck.
Wow.
So anybody that wasn't canceled, this one truck is basically going plane to plane de-icing.
Jeez.
One of them was broke down. So just welcome to the South.
Yeah.
It just doesn't snow here, right?
Yeah.
So we finally get out, flew overnight, got there around 10, 11. I think we drove for...
They gave you breakfast on the plane?
Hell yeah. Good
solid food?
Ashley messed up. She thought you had to pick the meal, and I think the fine print was pick the meal if you want a dietary meal. It's disgusting. Hers was even nastier than mine.
Okay.
But we get there and we just go straight to that Blue Lagoon spa, which everybody that's been to Iceland was like, tourist trap. I'll tell you what, the first 5 seconds I'm there, I saw Danny McBride.
Yeah, I remember
Powers.
you saying that. Yeah.
And then, dude, I'm walking out, and we had been there 5-6 hours, went to this, had a in-water massage, ate lunch. We were in the private side. So I see why people say the big pool where all the broke people are is like a tourist trap. That was like 30 euros.
Right.
We paid a lot of money to be on this private side. And we're walking out, and we're going back to the locker room. We had our own private changing room. And I stopped her and I go, I was like, I know you don't know who Danny McBride is, like who I saw earlier. She didn't even see him. I was like, and he's, I don't want to say he's B-list. In my eyes, he's A-list. Yeah. And I'm like, this is going to sound fucking crazy, but I think I just saw DiCaprio. And she's like, you're being stupid. And I'm like, all right, let's go. It was like a loop. And I was like, let's just walk back through the restaurant casual. And dude, I swear to God, sure as shit, DiCaprio was sitting there with his girl, another couple, and his mom.
Wow.
No entourage, no security, nobody's messing with him. And I was like, so we just plop. Literally, dude, when I'm saying his table is where you are, And then we had a little table, and we just sat there and had a cocktail. Basically, sat right there beside DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And dude, he got up. He was like, "Do y'all want to go for a tour?" Like talking to his crew, and they were like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got it." He like walks through the restaurant, puts his shades on in the spa,
Of course.
got a robe on,
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, DiCaprio's here. Like, so if I fell for a tourist trap, so did fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And that shit was mind blowing.
Wow.
And then everybody, like, he got up and finally left, and everybody in the restaurant was like, "Did anybody get a pic?" And Ashley's trying to low key sneak him, and I was sitting there going, "Man, leave that man alone." I'm like, he's like, imagine how much
I'm sure
harassment he normally gets,
especially at a spa.
I'm like, play it cool.
Yeah. So that was. Would you say that was kind of like the pregame to the real deal, which was?
It was, man, but everything in Iceland we saw was mind blowing, dude.
Yeah.
It's like Mars. It is so wild. Like,
cold.
It wasn't that cold, man. And I hate being cold.
Yeah.
You don't like to be cold. It was probably 50 degrees.
Okay.
Did you see the lights?
Saw the Northern Lights. Not well. It was a little. We had this. We stayed way out in the country on purpose, but the hotel was super dope. Food was incredible, but they didn't even put lights on the hotel. Like when we pulled up, the hotel was black, like almost like it was just intentionally out there in the middle of nowhere for this purpose. And even on your phone, you had a little button to wake you up for the Northern Lights.
Wow.
So like a couple of times at like 2 or 3 in the morning, do.
Wow.
And we walked out there, and I'm like, it's not what it looks like on movies.
Right. Would you go back
to Iceland?
Yeah. I mean, Mike Walter's been 3 or 4 times.
He's been several times. No, only because I haven't seen enough of the world.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yes, because the trip was so easy to get there.
Okay.
And it was so unique, man. I saw a lava show, the only lava show in the world. They reheat lava and runs down a chute, and the dude literally is picking it up with like not a spatula, but like this long metal rod showing lava in the room with you. I mean, as soon as it rolled down this slide, like the room immediately went to 100 degrees.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy.
Okay.
Like, imagine trying to get that approved in the U.S.
to
reheat lava and run it into a room full of people.
Crazy.
It was nuts. And they were literally like, man, any week now, this volcano is about to go off. And then Paris is Paris, man. I was telling Saquon, I'm like, dude, imagine, we see a building here that's 100, 120 years old, like in Beaufort or the Merriman Wind House. And we're like, damn, that's freaking classic. There's like the minimum age is like 1,000 years old.
I haven't been to Paris, believe it or not.
Really?
No.
That shocks me.
But from what everybody tells me, they can't believe how clean it is.
It is incredibly clean. I saw a few homeless people in a few sectors, even around like the Louvre and where we were staying, which was the hands down nicest hotel I've ever been in.
Wow.
Like it made the Umstead look like the Days Inn.
Yeah.
And I promise you it was that. Cheval Blanc, owned by Louis Vuitton parent company. And they have them all over the world. I can't think of anything more elite than that.
Okay.
Sick. If
Food
you ever have
solid?
a chance, food was. I got off the French food. I'm not a French food guy. So I started intentionally.
You can go French fry.
Chicken tenders,
I just started like saying, restaurants near here that aren't French food that are elite.
Yeah.
Whatever. I had Asian food.
Okay.
Had Italian food one night.
Okay.
Went on the river cruise, and saw.
Did you feel like not being able to speak English was a problem, or
No.
not being able to speak French was a problem?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And I did not get the vibe that they were like super rude. Now, again, I was staying at a super elite place.
Right.
The restaurants we ate at were nice, but Parisians, to me, were completely kind.
Yeah. So what's
We
next?
even switched hotels and went to a lesser nice hotel. Equally as nice people there.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's next on the list?
Italy, Spain.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like you need to see 2 places when you go out.
Yeah. Totally agree.
And I think if you're going, I've read a survey, ironically, and we did it exactly 8 days. That was like 8 days is the move.
Okay.
Something about psychologically.
8
So
days.
it's like, it's better to take a few vacations at 8 days than take some sort of 3 or 4 week
Yeah,
thing.
I get it.
I would have felt uneasy after more than about 8 days.
Okay. Now, before you left, we went through a bunch of different gear and
we did.
travel wrecks.
Yeah, we did.
What were the winners? What were the losers? Anything stand out?
The winners, no losers. The stuff that I purchased were that cable with the different ends on it.
Come in handy.
Critical on the plane. critical in the hotel room because, they have those European plugs, but a lot of the European plugs have USB under them, old school USB.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
The battery pack with the retractable cord / handle.
Okay.
Critical.
Shout out Anchor.
Critical. We should get them a sponsor.
We need to. Yeah.
And the last thing was that calculator turned into converter.
Yeah.
To save me so many times converting euros or kilometers or kilograms.
Yeah.
Like that thing will convert anything.
That's crazy.
Other than language. It converts every distance, money, whatever.
And you don't have to go into another app. It's just
you don't have to go into another app, do any Googling. Like it's native to your iPhone.
It's insane.
Dope. You saved me, bro.
That's great.
Hey, DJs, are you still showing up to gigs with a flimsy facade or worse, a banquet table? It's time for an upgrade. Bun Gear DJ booths are built for serious mobile DJs who care about presentation. Lightweight, durable, and designed for speed, our aluminum booths look pro and set up in minutes. If you want compliments and referrals before you even drop your first track, head over to bungear.com and level up your setup today. Yep.
Well, let's get to the question then. We got a question today.
Okay.
So this is coming from Ohio, the state of Ohio. Shout out Ohio here. So I'll read it. During a recent creative planning meeting, while discussing special songs, the client relayed their first dance track. I hadn't heard it before, and I commented that I was excited to listen to it. Fast forward to my Monday music day, and I whip out this song and was instantly shook to my musical core, not in a good way. Have you or would you ever tell a client that their first dance song is so horrendous that it threatens to make all their guests run and hide? Sincerely, Tone Deaf in Ohio. I actually have I have a sample of it.
I know this song.
I don't know it.
I've played this song.
You want to hit it? Stick one? I just did like a 20-second sample. Out of tune. Hopefully.
You know this song.
I don't know it.
Yeah, not this version. This Sea of Love.
Oh, yeah. I think it's this next chord. Yeah.
Jesus.
You ever had anything like that?
I played it. I've played that song before for a first dance.
Okay.
No, absolutely. The answer to the question is, am I going to tell them their first dance sucks ass? Absolutely not. No way. If it was another song for another moment, no. I mean, if it went into any of the special moments categories, right? Father, daughter, mother, son, cake cutting, walking down the aisle, recessional, absolutely not. If they were saying they wanted this for, a dance song or something, I'd be like,
right.
I don't think this is going to go over. But I mean,
dance floor banger.
For whatever reason, this is poignant or special to them. Man, let it ride. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
Are you walking away from the table though?
What's that?
You walking away from the DJ booth? Hit play?
No.
Moving over?
No. Because at the end of the day, man, unlike when you're DJing, right, playing, people know that the couple picked that song.
Right.
They know they picked the song they're walking down the aisle to.
Yeah.
The one they're leaving the aisle to. Like,
are you going passive aggressive and kind of like setting them up for that? Like they specifically picked this.
No, because anybody that's ever been to a wedding knows the couple picked the first dance.
Yeah.
That is not the DJ's job. No, I'm not. I don't need a precursor or a disclaimer. No, absolutely not, man. Let them have their shitty 3-minute song and just roll with it. What are your thoughts?
No, I would never go to them and say that unless they were like, "Hey, we think this song
want your opinion."
Yeah, and I might go, "Hey, there's a better version."
Right.
If they're not,
there's definitely
tied
better versions.
To it,
right?
But this also kind of reminds me of like when they have those made up mashups or choreographed dances that they've done themselves, and like the timing isn't right, or
it cuts hard.
Yeah, and you're just like, I hate being the guy having the button pusher on those.
We charge to fix those, like to make those mashups.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you never had somebody present it to you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But they usually have already gotten the choreography down to those moments, right?
We just play it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty rare. I might see one of those a year now. The whole flash mob / start the dance with your dad real slow and then break into Thriller. I think it's kind of dead.
Yeah, we've had one or two in the last year.
But again, I just saw that video go viral yesterday. I don't know if you saw that guy that the black guy walked down the aisle to the not like us.
Yeah, not like us. Yeah,
he kind of killed that. It was the Super Bowl version or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
That was huge yesterday.
Yeah, no, that one, and
the
then
guy in the white tux.
Yeah.
You saw
and
it.
Did you see his best man came out?
Yeah, he came out behind him.
Yeah, that one, and then the other one that's really big is I'm seeing a lot of grand entrance moments. Like this is the best grand entrance ever.
Oh,
and there are like a ton of them out right now that people are showing where the crowd is hype and just everybody just going.
Dude, if you have the right crowd and you've got your moves down, you know what I mean. I saw a bridal party, a group of bridesmaids tried to do that not like us, walk into it. Bro, I just immediately sprained my ankle running to the comments. Like everybody's like, rhythm has left the building. Y'all should have just walked and you look like you're galloping. I mean, it was nasty.
Yeah.
These girls got ruined quick.
Yeah.
I think they thought they looked cool.
Yeah.
And it was so white that it was just tragically ruined the entire moment.
Brutal.
Yeah, brutal. White people.
Well, you want to put a bow on this?
Yes, sir.
Oh, but we need to thank our sponsor.
We damn sure do.
Before we drop this
We damn sure do. DJ Event Planner, shout out. If you are looking for a CRM to keep your leads together and automate some of your process and not drive yourself crazy, I would definitely look at djeventplanner.com. Brian uses it. I use it. Jani uses it. A lot of DJs that you know and love use it to run their business.
Yeah, one of the best.
One of the best. Thanks, y'all, for listening. New episodes every single Wednesday morning. We're going to keep it going into season 3. Stay tuned.